I don't think Ati has anything to say, but let's check. Yeah, nothing new. Amazing stuff. Just unbelievable, actually. It's so incredible that it makes my head hurt. Like, it actually, I smile so wide that I get a migraine. Are these the same vending machines that are in Control? No, those are more, there was more glass in those.
It was all about me. This performance the Dark Place was putting on. But I had no control over it. I knew how utterly lost I was. The payphone was ringing again. The mystery caller was back at it. I had to find out more.
The dark presence is out there. It's hunting me. Its spies are always watching. It's trying to catch me. I think it did.
I needed to answer the phone. Last time the caller pointed me in the right direction.
My identity. It wants to be me. Replace me. Twisted version of me. Scratch. Mr. Scratch. It's slithering into the story. Once it's in the story, I have to use it to keep the story true. I got it. I have to make the story darker now. But that gives it power. That's bad. I don't want that. But I have no choice. It's an arms race. I gotta keep it together. Damn it. I'll be the first one to cross the finish line. I have to beat the devil at his own game.
The story I was building was fragile, constantly under attack. There was no time to waste. The Dark Presence was only a step behind me.
Nightless Night, the song, the name of the song that Asti was singing in Watery. And the heat of the murder was like a crown burning on his brow. This is a Thomas Zane film. Do we have anything new marked on the map? I do need to... yeah, there's nothing in there. We're all good. I did check on my footage. I think I mentioned this in the chapter before, but the word of power that I was looking for, we actually did end up getting... We already got it. I checked my footage, so... We're good. So let's listen to the phone.
Alan Wake? Do you know who I am?
How the fuck could I?
Whoa! There's that famous temper. Lucky thing I'm not a paparazzi.
You keep jerking me around, refusing to tell me who you are.
You remember? You... Oh, fuck me. Alan, listen. Tell me, how much do you remember? Did you visit Parliament Tower? Did you find anything there?
Yeah. Alice is in danger. Scratch is reaching out to her, and there's another manuscript. Not initiation, return. I saw the title page. I don't remember writing it.
Return? Oh, man, this is what we're after. The Scratch can't have it. Our survival, the survival of the fucking cosmic everything depends on this. Come to me. Ocean View Hotel. I left my room key for you. It's right there on the payphone. Remember, the Dark Place works in loops and rituals. If the waves keep pushing you away, you just need to find another way in. We go with the flow of this ocean. Catch you soon, brother.
The Ocean View Hotel. A suspicious invitation to a shady meeting. Right on the money for the hard-boiled genre the whole city was built upon.
Man, I'm excited about this chapter.
The Ocean View Hotel. My destination.
3 Cord Street Rule of threes. Yellow wallpaper.
A loop that delivered me back to the street. What did the mystery caller said? If the waves keep pushing you away, you just need to find another way in. With only dream logic to lead me to the hotel, I looked to the neon signs for guidance.
God, it's just so moody and atmospheric. I can't wait to play the Max Payne remake. This is gonna be so nice. Return Scratch. Return Scratch. Is that telling us that it was written by Scratch? That Scratch is the one that shall return?
You're the killer, the cult leader. It's in your eyes.
No! You got the wrong man! It's Scratch! There's no time to lose!
You're going nowhere. I was dead tired. I just wanted it to be over. It was all my fault. I'd had this dark place in my head for so long. Sometimes I'd forget the pain was there. Like it was the way you were supposed to feel. I was not in a dark place. I was the dark place. The source of it all. The vessel. Me and the writer. We were the same.
This place kept pushing me under, getting into my head, poisoning me with darkness. I had to find a way to escape before it was too late. Too late again.
Room 665. Neighbor of the Beast. This recurrent symbology, constantly reiterated, it's just so potent. This is how you make symbols and you define them and you do things with them. Like, it's very hard. I think a lot of people, when they try to write, they just make up a weird concept and they go for it. And that's great. Like, don't get me wrong. It's really cool to come up with concepts. But the thing that I think Alan Wake and the Remedy games do so well, not just because they're meta, but because they're constantly evolving, and the Dark Souls series, the FromSoft games, do this really well as well, is introducing a concept and playing with it to define it in one game, and then returning to it. And what a lot of people think of that as is they're like, oh, it's a homage, it's a cameo. And I think that the line between homage and cameo and actual meaning in like storytelling is how potent that symbology is. So when Alan Wake, when Max Payne has a reference 665 neighbor to the beast, and then it comes up in Alan Wake, it's like, oh, ha ha ha, cool. And then it comes up in Control, but it's redefined through Caspar Darling referencing it in his Manic Breakdown, talking about parallel dimensions, and then it's referenced again in Alan Wake 2 as a point of significance. Each stop along that way, it picks up slightly new meaning. 665, Neighbor of the Beast. Okay, that's funny. Then, it gets used in Control. Oh, it's a significant... there's a significance to it. Numbers close or symbols close to other symbols inherit those symbols' meanings. So because 665 is close to 666, we inherently understand the loaded symbology of it, right? And it comments on that, says this is a neighbor to. It sets up a cosmology there of like, here are how concepts are being defined and laid out for each other, next to each other. And then here in Alan Wake 2, not only do we get it as an access code early on, which implies to us that the Dark Place is playing with us, because of its loaded symbology, its sort of bad nature, but also its playful darkness. We're now also getting this return to that concept of it, like, okay, room 665, it is a significant place where we're going to meet something. The person in there, maybe we can't trust them fully. They are, again, neighbor to the beast. So there's just a lot of like symbolic structural work happening that is really powerful. And it's really hard to do that in a one-off, and very few cameo-focused or connected universes really understand how to do that evolution, and Remedy is so good at it. Like, just so incredibly good at it. You need help, good luck, need money to buy books. There's a dark cloud hanging over your head. Beware the dark. The light will guide your way. I think the Third Eye was also a book in Quantum Break that we saw somewhere. Could be wrong about that, but I'm pretty sure it's in those assets. Just yet another little encampment here. I have yet to discover how to tell which ones are bad. Other than them literally attacking me. I guess it's just proximity. Please let me through. I think you're bad. Or one of you is. Maybe not. Maybe I'm dumb. Can I light that one? I cannot. I think there is a Sheriff Breaker location around here that we're going to need to find, but I don't remember where. Maybe it's not here. Maybe it's up there. I haven't been paying attention for words of power, but we'll get the map from Breaker. There's an echo over there, I think. Yeah, it's back there. Okay.
It could not be opened on this side.
It could not be opened on this side. How very Dark Souls. I could hear him humming. I just don't remember where he is. This is where we came from.
The sky bridge above was connected to the hotel. That could be my way in, if I could reach it.
How do I get down there? There's the Casey thing that we're going to want to look at. All right. Which way are we going? Here we go.
Hey, Alan. How's the memory doing?
Sorry, who are you? Kidding. Good to see you, Tim.
You had me going.
Cozy place you got here.
You know, your disappearance from Bright Falls is still the only thing that folks talk about. Well, that and Deerfest. Is this where you ended up back in 2010?
You know about that?
I am the sheriff of Bright Falls. Or I was.
Are you related to Sarah Breaker? She was the sheriff of Bright Falls back in 2010.
Yeah, she's my cousin. I had a police sketch made of Door based on my dreams. I sent it around and Sarah recognized the face from an old case file from the 80s. I moved out there to look into it and became sheriff after she left to join the feds.
So Deerfest is still a thing.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's bigger than ever. You know, I got zapped here right before it was about to happen.
Funny, me too. What was in the case file about Door?
Not a lot of details in it. A local man named Warland Door went missing near Cauldron Lake. Eyewitnesses claim he was struck by a bolt of lightning and just vanished. I never found any official records of a Warland Door living in town or anywhere. Another dead end.
All right, so we got that. Let's read the crazy wall. Door went missing in 1988. Age has not aged. Longevity, not human. Alien, magic. Uncle Frank would have known more, but he is dead. Not his real name. Hidden meaning. I'm pretty sure Frank is a reference to Frank Truman in Twin Peaks Season 3, who similarly became sheriff of Twin Peaks after the first 2 seasons. We have this. Yeah, we've had all of this stuff already, which is awesome. I think now it's just a matter of finding the rest of the words of power. Oh man, we might need to go pretty far back in order to get the first one, but that's fine. We got everything we needed here. All right, let's begin hunting.
Wait.
Because we definitely want all the words of power, so that I can power up my guns. Okay, I should be able to go to the street over there and get that word of power, hopefully, unless that's on a higher level. And I've just been a fool this whole time. Piecemeal says, what are you doing for Halloween? This. There we go. Words of aid. Hand flares area of effect. 1325. Duration by 1 to 2 seconds. Let's go ahead and do that. Alrighty. Oh, there's a Poe sticker. I never noticed that. That's cool. But yeah, I plan to just stream on Halloween. I'm sure I will get a bunch of trick-or-treaters. Possibly. I don't know. Brewing bought candy and we have the house decorated, but I don't know if this is an area where kids trick-or-treat. Peaceful says, am I gonna pass out candy? I'm not. Brewing might. Ren says birthday's the next day, so that's going to be interesting. That's fun. I have a doctor's appointment early that afternoon. It's like the only thing I can really think of that's notable. Raccoon Bean says, pass out candy in my fursuit. Absolutely not. That will never happen. Like, I know you don't mean anything by that, but maybe you just don't, like, you don't realize how, like, dangerous that is. Like, letting a bunch of random people come to your house and then opening the door with a fursuit on is, like, it's not safe. I'm not going to do that. Like, I have no concerns about being a furry. Like, my coworkers know about it. Like, I show them pictures of my fursuit and stuff. But, like, who knows what some random fucking parent is gonna do, and, like, how crazy people are nowadays. Like, just no thanks.
This city will suck you dry if you stay here for too long. You'll end up a lost soul, haunting the streets and alleys. A faded-out shadow, glimpsed by some other poor bastard on his way toward the same fate. Your broken dreams become a broken mirror, and the twisted reflection staring back at you with all the pent-up anger, regret, guilt, and shame was the monster you could never get away from.
That's good. Raccoon Bean says, sorry, bad joke. Oh, no, I didn't take it that way. Like, it's totally okay. I'm just also, like, just saying why I'm not gonna do that, because people are fucking crazy. Like, it's dangerous out there. Like, you don't wanna fuck with crazy people. How do I get down there? I can't remember. Do I have to climb up from right there?
I could see the Ocean View Hotel. I was getting close.
Duh. Word of gun. Alright. Flare gun projectiles area of effect by 25%. Knockback of Alan's shotgun to 50%. Let's boost the flare gun. And then whatever the next one is, word of aid. Flare effect again. 38% bigger and lasts 3 seconds. Like, I love Halloween. It is my favorite time of year. It's my favorite holiday. It's always been my favorite and my favorite holiday. There's no... Like, I love Halloween. And I love doing stuff for Halloween. But I also hate people and don't want to fuck around and find out with weird people coming to my house. So, that's all. How many more do I have? Did I get all of them? I think I did. There's some containers I missed, I think, but it's kind of whatever. Is that kind of whatever? I got the echo. Yeah, that's fine. I'm confused. What's happening here? Okay. Where am I? Portapihiri says, Halloween's not really celebrated in Finland, but we have a trick-or-treat tradition on Easter instead. That makes sense. That's kind of cool. Wow, there's an echo. Okay. Where is the black dot for that one? How do I get over there? Oh, I know.
The lights affected where the door led to.
There it is. It's down there. Okay. Golden. There's the shotgun over here. Plotboard. We'll get that in a minute.
You dream of calling it quits, making a clean break, retiring, escaping, leaving all this sordid misery and terror behind. Getting in a car and driving till you see the sun rise. Somewhere where the sun still rises. Settling down, buying a house, fixing it up, building a life, finding someone. It's a fool's dream. It would all go bad. And having let hope in, it would be unbearably worse than this. You can take the man out of the city, but you can never take the city out of the man.
So hard-boiled. Oh my gosh, look. It's another Night Springs. Now this is gonna be fun. Ooh, boy. Do I want to do this one first?
The bar menu caught my eye.
Isn't there a shotgun? Oh, but I already have it, so I don't even need to do the puzzle. Cold beer, Ama Brewery. Heck yeah. All right. Time for Night Springs Part 2.
Young woman on a mission to save a missing loved one. Desperately trying to stay one step ahead of the shadowy government agents hunting her. Agents from the very same agency that took the only person she cares about. On her quest, she is guided by her mysterious alien guardian angel. Her guiding star shows her the way, as it always has. She does not know what strangeness awaits her as she follows its unwavering light to the small town of Night Springs. Tonight's dreamlike episode, North Star.
This is gonna get strange. There's no helping it. The universe is much deeper and weirder than people know. My brother and I know. We've seen it. We've seen you. But there are some people, an agency, that doesn't want anyone knowing more than what they see. That's why they took my brother, and have been chasing me my whole life. But I can't keep running.
It's so cool to see Jesse again. So obviously, from a narrative standpoint, this is Alan writing Jesse into Night Springs in an attempt that it will create something in reality. And, I mean, for all we know, this is the reason why Jesse's plot happens in Control. Obviously manifested differently than it does here, but...
You think something here's important? What, the numbers?
238.
I've never been able to track down the government agency that took my brother. Until now. You helped me find this place. Now you'll help me get him back. Right. Hello? Is anybody here? What the fuck are those? The gazebo? You think there's something there?
Tim Breaker.
Ma'am, here, get inside the light. Oh, they don't like the light. You shouldn't be here. How did you even get inside?
Shit, a cop. Should I lie? I kind of let myself in.
You got more than you bargained for, huh?
Technoclock says Control is related to Alan Wake. Control is the sequel to Alan Wake, and then Alan Wake 2 is the sequel to Control.
What's going on here? What are those shadow people?
Well, that's what I'm here trying to figure out. The government's been putting something in the coffee. Turning people into coffee monsters.
The government. Is this the same government agency that's been chasing me all these years? I'm looking for someone. My brother. Have you seen anybody?
Well, only if you count those monsters. I'm sorry, ma'am. They've been abducting people from Night Springs, too. I'm here to get them back home. But now it's time you left. It's not safe here.
Technoclock says, I beat Wake and played an amount of Control and had no idea. That's neat. Yeah, Alan is a character in Control. The DLCs for Control directly deal with Alan Wake. And the DLCs in Alan Wake 2 deal directly with Control. But, yeah, Control is basically how Alan writes himself out of the dark place. It's a big part of that narrative. And it's how Remedy wrote themselves out of a corner.
Something in the coffee is doing this? Really?
Took me a while to wrap my head around it, too. At first, I thought... Well, I don't know what I thought. But now it's clear. This is deep state science.
I'm not going anywhere until I find my brother.
I respect that. There's a warehouse just past the park. It's locked up tight, has some fancy government security system, but the intercom is busted. I figure that's where they're keeping our missing folks. There's a spare pistol and flashlight on the bench. I'd feel better if you took them. Those monsters don't do well with light. And whatever you do not drink the coffee.
This should make things easier.
And Quantum Break is also obviously tied into it. Roscoe says, gonna head to bed. Good night. Night, Roscoe. So it's unclear if this is just one of Tim Breaker's dreams as well, or if it affects him and is one of the reasons why he's slipping into other things. Wake is writing him as well. Missing person. What is that name? Jacob Flemmer, maybe? Night Under the Stars. This week, Coffee World is only open at night. Bring your family, friends, children, and anyone you know for fun under the stars. Jacob Flemson. I didn't realize I could read it. Staff memo. Please be aware that there will be some changes due to new management. Starting immediately, Coffee World will only be open at night. This will allow us to draw in new customers. All staff should be pushing our brand new dark as the Void blend. On that note, tomorrow we will have special tasting party for staff. Attendance is mandatory. Please bring your friends. Missing person. Have you seen me? Name Jacob Flemson, age 52. That does not look like a 52-year-old. Male, height 5'11", weight 180 pounds. Last seen hiking at Night Springs National Park. On 18 September, the reporting party advised that her partner, Jacob Flemson, was last seen leaving for Night Springs National Park at approximately 11:30 a.m. Flemson was wearing a dark shirt with a rock band logo, flannel overshirt, navy jeans. If found, please contact the Night Springs Sheriff's Department. Dark Triangle Coffee proudly presents Night Under the Stars. Join us, join the percolation. So, these Night Springs DLCs, originally, one of them was supposed to be about Alex Casey, but obviously James McCaffrey died, so, man, that's 2 people that died during the production of this game, which is a real bummer.
About that warehouse the sheriff mentioned. Are you still with me?
Oh.
Why does an amusement park need a welcome center? No tape. I don't have time to sit around watching movies anyway.
Ren says the guy's insanely trusting. It is important to remember that Sheriff Breaker has memories of the alternate worlds he goes to, so it's very possible he remembers Beth from Quantum Break and he knows who Jesse is. So it is very possible that he's playing along with the story right now to make it happen. Not that it's the exact same Tim Breaker, but you know, it's kind of the same. In that all of these stories sort of just echo people, their Dark Place art, and that allows them to manifest and create overlaps. Which, again, is kind of what we know of how Alan influences the world around him through the Dark Place.
Smells like coffee. This must be the warehouse. How do I get inside?
This is a restricted area.
Hi, I need to get inside.
Please insert passkey.
Sorry, I lost it.
Please insert passkey.
Fucking machine.
Passkey invalid. Do you submit to security questions for authorization?
Sure. What's the question?
Please recite the 4th word of Dark Triangle Coffee's mission statement, as seen in our orientation video.
What kind of question is that?
That is incorrect.
Triangle?
That is incorrect. Please recite the 4th word of Dark Triangle Coffee's mission statement, as seen in our orientation video.
Coffee?
That is incorrect. Please recite the 4th word of Dark Triangle Coffee's mission statement, as seen in our orientation video.
Just let me inside the fucking building.
That is incorrect.
I love Jessie. She's so great. She looks really good in this high fidelity. I think I mentioned that, but like her model
To find that orientation video.
is notably higher fidelity than it was in Control. Like it looks very, like you can see the improvement in their engine and their model creation and their performance capture, even just like seeing Jesse over here, like from behind, I mean. Can I do photo mode in this? What is, yes I can, look at that. Let me get in front of her. Yeah, her model looks like newly captured. It looks a lot higher fidelity than it did in Control. It's cool. That's Courtney Hope. It's easy. You can tell because it's her. Corpuhiri says, I like how photo modes are becoming more and more common in games. Yeah, it's convenient. I don't really use them. I could never take good shots, but it is cool.
Hey, well, I'm glad to see you're okay.
The security system wants some kind of password to get into the warehouse.
So you got it working. I wonder why it wouldn't turn on for me. What did it ask for, exactly?
It asked for the fourth word of the Dark Triangle Coffee mission statement. Any idea what that is?
Of course, it wants you to watch the video. The info you're after is on a videotape, but it is chock full of government brainwashing. I watched a bit of it. It was doing something to me. It's dangerous. You can't watch that tape.
I need that videotape, Sheriff.
Well, this is exactly how they get you. But fine. If you really want it, I hid it in the Ferris wheel, cup number 4. You'll need this key. Don't say I didn't warn you.
He puts it on the table because this is a game design thing. So that they don't have to animate you taking it from his hand, because it would probably look a little weird. It's just a thing. Just a thing that happens in some games, especially really high fidelity games. You see that sort of thing in like the Final Fantasy VII remake a lot. Is like whenever people go to grab things off tables and like actually pick up objects, it usually happens like off screen or out of frame, or it'll fade to black. Not quite the service pistol, but we'll take it. The service weapon, I mean. Ferris wheel control key.
So, you up for a movie?
Same thing with right there. She picks it up from a place you can't see, so they don't have to animate it. That's not really a criticism. It's just it's a video gaming trick, and when you point it out like that, it's very hard to miss once you notice it.
Dark Triangle Coffee is a fast-growing company with ambitions to sweep the nation and eventually the globe with our out-of-this-world beverages. Drawn by our coffee's distinctive flavor and our unique
Join.
beans, people are rushing to join the Dark Triangle movement. The company's mission statement is simple. To drink the truth
There.
is to become
That's what we need.
one.
Password
Our
is
financial
truth.
and spiritual growth
Now
has
we
been
can
accelerating
operate.
at speeds previously
Something is.
Soon, everyone will
Something is. Oh, it's in my head. Please, you need to drink. Please, no, please, Lloyd. You stopped it. That was awful. Like a voice screaming in my head. But we got what we needed. The fourth word of the mission statement. Truth. Let's get back to that warehouse.
Now, it's obvious that
Video was doing something to me. If you hadn't been there, what would have happened? What is this agency trying to do here? Control people?
Capital.
But why? What's their plan? What if my brother has already been... No. I didn't come all this way to lose him now.
You know, obviously this game is written after Control, so like it mirroring the plot of Control is just like a cute way to do this, but symbolically speaking, thematically speaking, this like overlapping narratives thing is such a cool way to integrate this stuff and kind of like justify a silly joke chapter like this. I find it so interesting and cool.
Please recite the fourth word of Dark Triangle Coffee's mission statement, as seen in our orientation video.
Truth.
That is correct. Further verification required. Please recite the optimal roasting temperature for Dark Triangle Coffee beans in Fahrenheit.
I'm not a fucking barista.
That is incorrect.
The optimal roasting temperature. You don't happen to know, do you?
I know.
Didn't think so. I've loitered in enough coffee shops to recognize a roasting machine. Let's check this out.
Angles of triangle, prime numbers, crossed out 1 + 2 + 1, 2 + 4 + 3. It's funny that Sheriff Breaker was dealing with that. That's funny. Uncover the mysterious...
Temperature is more than the sum of our triangle. What does that mean?
So it's more than 180. Uncover the mysterious and ineffable essence behind every cup of Dark Triangle's unique roast. More than the sum of its parts. Did you know Dark Triangle coffee has an optimal roasting temperature was greater than the sum of our triangle? Join us. Join the percolation. The secret is in the roast.
This is like being back in school.
Uncover the mysterious and ineffable essence behind every cup of Dark Triangle's unique roast. The secret is in the roast. The first digit of our optimal roasting temperature is half the second, and the third is one less than the one before, so the code is 487. Join us. Join the percolation. Uncover the mysterious and...
Prime... what? Prime number?
Uncover the mysterious and ineffable essence behind every cup of Dark Triangle's unique roast. The coffee at its prime. The optimal roasting temperature for Dark Triangle coffee is below 500 degrees Fahrenheit. 500 is also the number of light years between Earth and Planet X13. Join us, join the percolation.
I think that worked. 487. Who knew geometry would actually come in handy?
So that's also a funny, you know, it's referencing how the cult stashes in this game. You have to solve math for them and people being pissed about them. This is what I mean. The tongue-in-cheek nature of this is so smart and clever at the same time as being like ludonarratively and like thematically relevant and like with lore justification, which is cool. It's just nice when there's like synergy in writing like that.
Please recite the optimal roasting temperature for Dark Triangle coffee beans in Fahrenheit.
487.
That is correct. Further verification required.
Oh, come on!
Try the coffee.
I tried the coffee.
You are not coffee. Try the coffee.
Worth a shot. Try the coffee. That's gonna be a problem. But I can't stop now. You'll keep me safe. Right?
You can fire quickly.
Here goes nothing. I'm trusting you. Huh. That wasn't so... Shit. There's definitely something wrong with this coffee. I knew I could count on you.
So, a lot of people think that, you know, this DLC was meant to be a different one. This one was supposed to be the Alex Casey one, and they had to switch this after McCaffrey died for, like, quick production. I think that's probably a likely theory because it doesn't feature any live action like Control does.
Are you all right, Sheriff? I heard gunshots.
Yeah, no, I'm fine. I was looking for you when one of those things jumped me. Got a little bit of coffee in my mouth, but I spit it out.
Gross.
Should be fine. But listen, I figured something out.
What did you figure out? Are you sure you're okay?
Yeah, it's nothing. Those government bastards will never get me. But it's not just the government. There's something else here. I don't know what it is, but it's... You need to get your brother and get out of here as soon as you can. Promise me.
Yeah. I promise, Sheriff.
Good. That's good. I'm just gonna catch my breath here a minute.
Harper here says, I'm sure he's fine.
Try the coffee.
I tried the coffee.
You are coffee. More than your weapons. You may enter. Welcome, coffee.
Here we go. You ready? Glad one of us is. What the fuck are those things?
The promised man has been found. Join the percolation. Is upon us. You
I have been locked the inner door as they instructed. No one will get past without blessing. I must hide the key. My final task, perhaps on the desk near the entrance, is a farewell to my old life. We can't get caught. It's an instant kill if we get caught. Corporate Heroes is mascot horror? Yes, exactly. All right.
things. A key. Probably worth holding on to.
There we go.
Here, I brought you a coffee. Take it. Don't be rude.
Sheriff? Sheriff! How'd you get in here?
Coffee time is family time. It's the best part of the day.
Hey! Snap out of it!
Coffee solves all your problems. It lowers heart disease and leads to higher life expectancy.
Fuck. I'm so sorry, Sheriff. This is a nightmare. I need to find my brother. He has to be okay. What the hell? Have you ever seen anything like this? This isn't the government.
Hello, sister. I would like to tell you about a dream I had.
A conspiracy within a conspiracy. How can one expose a lie when the truth exists beyond our wildest imagination? Who can ever truly know how deep the rabbit hole goes in Night Springs?
Space invader, looking cute in a human suit. Secret agents with the down race they shoot. Psychic powers, hypnotize a magic fruit. Strange machines, weird mysteries. We got freaky fantasies.
Song's a bop. And it's interesting that this is placed here as Alan's first introduction to Jesse. Obviously, with Alan replacing Dylan at the end of Control, there's an interesting sort of narrative thing happening there. Ooh, I like this music. But there's like an interesting narrative thing going on there with sort of Alan using Dylan's speech and being the connector here between worlds. He is kind of filling that role in this one, just trying to throw stuff against the wall, and that's sort of what I meant when I said Alan used the plot of Control to write himself out of the dark place. If not literally, he's like assembling the elements here, including making sure Jesse is in play, the FBC is in play so that Estevez can show up later, things like that. So, really interesting. And we know from Dylan that Dylan spoke to Mr. Door in Control, so... All right. Whew. We're in the ocean view now. Again, just like Control. Granted, this is the Ocean View Hotel, not motel. I don't want to go in 665 yet. Oh, but we have to. There's no way down. All right. 665 it is.
The room was empty except for the projector. More games. Was the film a message waiting to be played?
Zane.
In this temple of shadow and mist, there's a window in the floor and a door in the ceiling. There's no knowing, am I standing still, or running, or kneeling?
You're the one who's been calling me.
Indeed. I'm Tom Zane. Welcome to the House of Zane.
The poet. The diver. You look like me. How the hell?
Or maybe you look like me, you handsome devil. The diver was a beloved character I played in one of my films. I'm a filmmaker. A celebrated auteur.
I need answers. Why is Return so important? What?
Alan, you always get worked up like this. Come on, I'll fix you a drink. You and me, Alan. We're in this together. Two artists collaborating, remember? crafting the keys to our escape. Your magnum opus, Return, and its companion piece, my film. Sharing our life-altering visions, a melding of higher minds. Dreaming up our transcendental work of art. Here, in this room, 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 in this room.
The Scratch song.
I need the clicker.
It's Return, but because we return.
And that is how the magic happened.
Enough of this bullshit. Alice is in danger. I need another murder site to go further. Back to Parliament Tower. Scratch is...
Your wife is safe, back in the real New York. But Scratch is reaching for her through an overlap. Return is the key to escaping the dark place. You need to get it before that freak does. There's a murder site here in the hotel. Let the waves of your writing carry you there.
Jesse.
Hello?
They're all yours. If anyone asks, you were never here.
Jesse and Darling.
Thomas Zane had ended our talk in what felt like a paranoid fit. I had what I needed from him. There was another murder site in the hotel to guide me further toward my escape. I had to write my way to it.
Whispers from the police radio kept me awake at night. The word through the ether. A murder in the backdrop of a play featuring a murder cult. Huh. How meta can you get? He said, looking knowingly at the camera. I could sense the cult of the word in this, and their leader, Mr. Scratch. Rumored to be Alan Wake, the writer who'd gone missing years before.
The hotel was a perfect setting for a Casey story. I was on the right path. I would start at the entrance lobby.
I really like how they gave Ilka a role to play.
The entrance hall set the mood, where everyone had come in. The victim, the murderer, the detective. An idea, clear as a vision, waited for me here.
Like, rather than just having him dubbed over by Matthew Peretta, like turning Zane into him and then letting him represent like another spiral, like another loop, is so cool. Such a smart casting thing. Again, it's that repeated symbology that I was talking about.
So, you were the director of this play?
Yeah, that's me. Our performance of the cult was cursed from the pre-show ritual on. The cult is an immersive theatrical experience.
Uh-huh. You're gonna have to walk me through what that means.
Immersive theater. A play where the audience can participate, spread across this hotel. The cult is a legend. The only written copy of the manuscript lost, the play is passed on as oral tradition between theater companies. Each company only performs it once. The play was said to have special power. We were like kids playing with a Ouija board. And when you call for the devil, he will come.
The pre-show ritual. That's it. Set it up. Start from the beginning.
So yeah, obviously Ed is a new character introduced in this game, but he is unfortunately written into this story, and as we know, Ed in the real world is also a playwright from New York that hasn't had a hit in a while. So it's a bummer for him. I figured out how to tell which ones were evil and which ones weren't. They're the ones with weapons in their hands. Look, it's one of the Ocean View motel doors from Control. I don't remember which one this one specifically refers to. Alan's is obviously the spiral.
I couldn't get in. I was missing something.
This is whatever the new game they're making is, I think.
The room at the end of the corridor was closed off. It felt significant. Something terrible would happen there.
Control, obviously. I believe Control is the upside down pyramid, but still. So the Ocean View still is, you know, manifesting some degree of how it manifests in Control. It still is a nexus, a junction. And perhaps that's how Jesse and Darling were able to contact them, and why Zane is here, of all people. That sure looks like a picture of Zane. Look at that. Or Alan, maybe? Someone that looks like them? I think there is a word of power around here. And these are the bathrooms from The Shining, just as an aside, you can see. Very, very similar. Obviously reminiscent of them. So, just kind of cool. Alright, what do we want to do? We're in the scene. Entrance hall. Pre-show ritual. Preparations were underway for the theater play.
I changed the story. And with that, the dark place changed.
I just want to go home. Lucy, I'm lost in the dark.
You still don't have the key to it?
I needed to find the key.
Correct. I think it's in the entrance, but I'll try to be thorough. Let's see. It's not on my map in here, so we should be okay. Maybe it's behind the desk. Room 104 key. Oh, okay. And there's an echo upstairs, too. Interesting. How did I miss that? Is it upstairs? Hold on. Different upstairs. Okay.
Layers upon layers.
Forbidden
Played by
play.
a murder cult, infiltrated by a real murder cult.
Everyone is invited to the pre-show ritual.
Was where the pre-show ritual was held.
There we go. Okay, let's go get the room 104 key now. It should be up here. Ocean View Hotel closed due to water damage. Do not enter. Final scene, pre-show ritual. There we go. Move these props to room 104, 225 for the later use in the ballroom
Were
play.
busy building their own Wicker Man, where they themselves would be sacrificed. The prop room had been changed from room 104 to room 225.
Alan, wake.
So because the prop room is room 225, this room is linked to it inherently because it was supposed to be the prop room. So when we exit 104, I believe we will be in 225 here. Yep. This is it. Now we immediately need to go to 224. 226. I don't remember which game this is. I think that's Firebreak, maybe. All of the doors correlated. All right, let's go. Where is it? 224. Here we go. That's really solid. All right. This one took us a while to find because I was dumb.
Never escape. The darkness is coming. The darkness inside.
Come on!
This isn't your story. Randy's worked it out. You are a character in my story. This is my story.
All right, we did it. We survived. Now, I don't remember 100% how the, where this, like, word of power is. Might need to look for it, but there's a container there. I think I got stuck on this one for a little bit when we first played, and I don't remember what the solution actually was, because they just point to each other back and forth. I think it had something to do with scenes or something, but I'm not 100% on it. Let's read this. Lay of the Dark Land. I would write a new draft called Initiation. I knew more now. I would use what I remembered. I had to find my way back to Parliament Tower. I had to find another murder site, a place so dark it remained fixed in this shifting darkness. I would find inspiration. I would write myself there. I had to find a way to get ahead of the Dark Presence, get ahead of Scratch. I knew how this worked now. I was in control now. Second draft, fix a story, find another murder site. Alan Wake the Musical. I had fooled myself into thinking I could control the story. I had not planned this to be part of Initiation. Who did? Door? Old Gods of Asgard? Was someone trying to confuse me or help me? Remind me of who I was, where I came from, because I kept forgetting? My life story was as a song. As a child, I saw nightmares of dark shadows. Was that because I was trapped in the dark place now? Dreams as visions through time. Not in control, nightmares as a kid, they leaked from here. Part 2, room 665. Room with an ocean view. The mystery caller was back. He knew things, wanted to meet me. The Ocean View Hotel, I would find a way there. Thomas Zane, not a poet or a diver, or so he claimed now. A filmmaker. He said we'd been trying to escape together. My manuscript, Return, was the key. If Scratch got his hands on Return, he'd be the one to get out. Play of Shadows. Zane said there was another murder site hidden in the hotel. I would write my way there, a new Casey story, a sequel to the previous one, The Return of the Murder Cult. I had to keep it interesting, find a twist, a meta layer, a theater play about the cult, a play with a supernatural reputation, the play infiltrated by the real cult. Can I trust Zane? Get Return before Scratch, Return is the key. Hotel murder site, Saga Anderson helps.
Story is a monster.
I do have to keep my ammo up just a little bit here, but should be fine.
This is Dr. Casper Darling, formerly of the Federal Bureau of Control. I think the signal is coming through now.
Final draft.
Something shifted. The previously observed interference disrupting my broadcast has got fluctuation in gravitational forces. Either something moved out of the way or my relative position to it changed. But the alignment or the condition of this whole plane spiraled to a more favorable position. The ordinary rules of reality do not apply here. Best I can describe this place is a dreamscape. But who's the dreamer? And how do you wake up from this dream? I've been taking readings with the limited equipment I've been able to secure. Some riveting data accumulating. Hypotheses taking shape. My struggle with this, that the way this place works makes any hypothesis immediately come back to alter and contaminate the data. Anyway, I've been working to capture and isolate and amplify certain frequencies from the background radiation ambient noise, so let's see what happens. What's strange is it sounds a little bit like my voice.
That was good. That was interesting. That was really interesting. Wow. Especially in the context of the rest of this game and what we know about the loops and how Darling is accessing this place, like it makes it feel like Darling is, in a way, the a manifestation of Wake himself, or they're connected in a significant and interesting way, through their casting as well. That TV is supposed to play something in Final Draft, but I guess not. That's supposed to play the Night Springs intro. Maybe I got it already and I just didn't notice. I probably walked right by it.
Good evening. A writer trapped in a dream world attempts to write a story to shape reality around him and escape. He is beset by visions leaking in from realities beyond his own. He uses those visions as inspiration for his stories, in hopes of giving them power, to make them come true. Us, hidden few, know that ultimately he will succeed. But before that, many of his stories collapse back into the stuff that dreams are made of, to remain as they began, works of fiction. And yet, maybe there is a gleam of truth to be unearthed from these tales. Rare glimpse into the unseen realities beyond our own, offering us intriguing avenues of contemplation as they transpire in Night Springs.
So yeah, that's like a direct connection telling us exactly why the Night Springs DLCs even exist and like what they are in the context of all of this. Literally Alan writing his way out and needing to find a solution.
It could not be opened on the side.
How do I get in there? Yeah, I think this one's the control room. Alright, how do we get the key for 209? Because I want to be able to see Tim, and I don't remember how we did that in the past. 219. Aha. 202.
This is where they gathered before the play. This is where it began.
All right. Interesting. Here we go. This is the room we needed to get into 209. And now we'll be able to get everything we need. All right, awesome.
Hey, Tim. New map, huh?
Yep. Like, I've never been to New York, but I can tell you that this ain't it.
I heard you humming again.
Yeah, I can't get this song out of my head. It's a real earworm. I hear it in my dreams.
I know that song you keep humming. It's the theme from Night Springs.
That old sci-fi show?
Sci-fi horror anthology. I used to write for a long time ago.
Look, it sounds a bit nuts, but I think the song is connected to Door. Or it's my subconscious telling me that this is all pretty out there.
He's so charming. All right. So, the redheaded woman connected to Door. I know her. Where do I know her from? Her identity changes. Connected to polyhedrons. She will come for me. Obviously, talking about Beth Wilder and, of course, Jesse Faden from Control. Polyhedrons being the quantum device, the stabilizer, the quantum stabilizer from Quantum Break, and Hedron from Control. All right, can we go to the hallway yet? Let's see. Let's go to the ballroom really quick. Do I not have the key for it? Oh, no, I can. Okay.
The ballroom would be the stage of a key scene in the play.
All right, tourist map marks all nearby resources and points of interest on Wake's map. Hell yeah. Oh my god, so much easier now than having to deal with all this stuff. We got a room 101 key and an echo in the ballroom. Jeez Louise. Room 101 key. Show ritual.
The scene changed with the story.
Isn't this where it said to join in the ballroom for the pre-show ritual? Where's that echo? I think we probably need a different version to get the echo. That feels right. Yeah. Okay, so we'll have to go to the other...
The cult in the play was called the Cult of the Tree. With their deer masks, they were the backwoods echo of the cult of the words urban horror.
Rehearsal in room 212, move to room 202. Pre-show ritual premiere. Remember, hit your marks, keep your masks on, make it weird. Immersive theater is really cool. I would love to do like an immersive theater showing sometime. I've always wanted to do something like that. I did it once for, weirdly enough, I got invited to an immersive theater experience based on Arcane, the League of Legends show when that was premiering, because I knew people who worked on it. And I got some friends that work at Riot. And that was really interesting. But that's like the closest thing I've really done to that sort of stuff. So here we go. Rehearsal room, pre-show ritual.
Another vision. Another idea.
Why set up a play in a hotel? Why this hotel?
Because the rent is cheap? No. The ocean view was perfect for this. It's said to be haunted. Dark stories about murder, death, suicide. Supposedly, an actual cult once performed an unspeakable ritual to summon something in the ballroom. Did we summon the same thing? Tapped into something horrifying? It seemed like it was part of the play, but it wasn't. Does that sound crazy?
You don't want to ask me about crazy, kid.
A haunted hotel. Yes. That's a trope for a reason.
Piecemeal says, what are immersive theater experiences like? Like a play with an audience involvement? Sort of. So they do often happen in big buildings like hotels or warehouses. And using, this as a bit of an example, like an immersive theater experience might be you go to a hotel that's hosting a mixer, right? Like an event where you're supposed to drink cocktails, and you go and you dress up. But then while it's happening, a sort of, for lack of a better word, Majora's Mask-esque scheduled play experience is happening. Is happening while you are walking around the hotel. And so you can participate in the play, sort of like, in another interesting comparison, like sort of a tabletop experience. It's not tabletop though. It's just like, it's like you're just there in it while it's happening. And a lot of them really encourage improv and weird stuff like that. So you end up getting a very weird, unique experience where you have very talented actors improvising and playing their characters and like making this weird thing happen in a place that is full of other people. And it's a really cool experience. The haunted hotel lobby. I don't know why I went here. I don't think this is correct. I think we're supposed to do haunted in the ballroom. That sounds right. Or is it haunted in the final room?
The plot changes shape the world around me.
Someone says, "Oh, I think I saw a horror movie about one of those." That's possible. Yeah. They're a very interesting thing, and I haven't been to many of them. As I said, I've been to that League of Legends one that I did, which was really cool. And I've technically partaken in sort of like a baby mode version of them for other film marketing events that I worked on, but like, nothing super in depth like something like this would be in this instance. So in Alan Wake 2, like the cult is supposed to be an immersive theater play that happens in this hotel, right? Like theoretically this would be something like that.
I recognized my writer's room on the stage. I almost dreaded the ideas this would conjure up.
Nice set you got here. What was the scene in this room?
Well, this is what we call the writer's room. In the play, it's where the devil rewrites reality whilst God is asleep. The devil was our star role. I got a big-time celebrity to play him, and he was method acting the role to perfection. He never broke character, always wore the cult mask. His name was scratched out on the posters.
Mm-hmm. And who was this mystery celebrity? Let me guess. Alan Wake?
I wish I could tell you, but turns out there were masks upon masks. Whoever he really was, shit got weird when he was around. Some of the crew joked that we'd actually hired the devil to play himself.
Mr. Scratch as the devil. He was born to play the role.
I had to agree with Casey on that.
Alan, wake.
God damn it.
The shadows were gone. Or just out of sight.
Wake.
.224 is where I want to go right now, because I want to go check out room 101. 202. Rehearsal room. Scratch is the sleeper. Oh no. My mouse stopped working for some reason. Where do I want to go? Sorry. I can't remember how to get around. 220. There we go. Okay. I haven't gone to a play in a while. Haven't done the theater in a bit, but I do like theater and I do like plays a lot. I just that's like a world that I'm not really part of. Despite working in film and stuff, like the actor of The Devil had his own dressing room in the hotel. Despite working in film and stuff, my
Darkness is coming. Stop. You can't take it. The story will go on forever. Stop using words.
you can tell it's Alan.
You're stuck in Randy's words on your throat. Stop trying to eat the words. Alan, awake. Wake. Get out of the way. Starring. Darkness is coming. You are good.
Okay, we did it. I need to go to room 101 now. Where is it? Here we go.
I can do this. Yes. The visions I'm seeing from the world beyond this nightmare from home, they sink down to the bottom of this ocean. I catch them. Visions, echoes, big fish. Some are actual events, some are forgotten ideas. No, it's good. No, it will work. They're my inspiration, elements for my story to make it more true. Even the parts that are true. I must change reality to escape. The writing has to be just right, or else it'll all just wash away.
Man, I am desperately low on ammo. Yikes. You've got to be kidding. How was I able to reload that with 6 bullets if I... What? Oh, okay, I have a ton of flare gun ammo. It's just infinite in here, I guess. Interesting. Okay. Well, that was unexpected.
I felt the presence of a new idea here.
The way this writing works, like his writing style is very interesting. Second floor hallway. How am I supposed to get to that?
If that's who Mr. Scratch, if that's who the actor playing the devil was, had stayed in the hotel. Asking around at reception got me a room number. 666. He had requested that room, specifically. The devil had a sense of humor. Or he really didn't. It was funny either way. According to the director, the actor hadn't mingled with the rest of the cast. He had only come out for the play. And always in character.
Okay, so this is the second floor. Is it not? And there's an echo in reception.
Hardwick, I just want to thank you.
All right, let's come back here real quick. All right, I guess I just have to go up. I don't have what I need for it yet. There's no 665 here. That's cool. It should be right there.
Scratch had been here. I could sense his presence lingering in the room. I was about to have another killer idea.
The play. Let's talk about the murder. Let's talk about the murder victim. The lady who was killed in the climax of the play.
The leading lady. Oh, it was an honor to get to work with her. A grand dame for sure. She went back a long time. Kept insisting she had seen the long-lost original script of the play. She'd been with this mysterious writer, his muse. That was her role in the play. The muse.
She was staying in room 108, where the murder happened.
The set of the final scene, right. The devil comes, an unstoppable force crashing through the hotel through each scene, executed with devastating mastery. And all leading up to him meeting his muse. It turns out he knew her. He'd only joined the play to get to her.
To murder her.
Shit! Get away! Get away! Get away from me!
I had to reach the light ahead to hide from the dark presence. The dark presence had come for me. Drawn to the story I was writing as it grew darker.
I probably don't need the trauma pad there, so free up some of my inventory. I definitely don't need this. Not right now. Okay. We have a few more things to do.
The muse was the murder victim. The final scene took place in room 108.
Where is the hallway? Hmm? Why isn't it working? There we go. It just has to be really precise.
I needed to find the muse, the murder victim, room 108.
Did that work? It did not. It is on my map. There we go. I had to look at it at a weird angle. Alright, words of war. Increase damage dealt by the last bullet in revolver's chamber by 100%. Very useful. Absolutely want that. Alright, I think that's everything in this level except the reception echo. Alright, so I want to come in here to figure out what the heck that echo is. Because it's supposedly at reception, but did it just, maybe it just didn't clear? Because this was the first one we got, right? Let's just see. There we go.
Scene here had changed.
I see. How am I supposed to do it? What the heck?
Too many freaking questions. I've had enough of that freaking gumshoe dick. I've had enough of that freaking gumshoe dick asking too many freaking questions. Not letting us proper police take care of it.
This is our chance to make the powers that be happy. We'll be set for life. Part of the inner circle.
Well, amen to that, partner. I like it. And so will the fraternity, the club, the word. Our dear friends with many names. The way I see it, it was a lone nut job. A junkie out of his mind on some fancy new designer drug.
Open and shut case. All we gotta do now is dump the evidence from room 108 in the usual place in the alley.
Now, what does that mean? Was Casey the one that was murdered? It's not. Casey wasn't the one that was murdered. The bunker. Beware the drowned lady. The murder site's way up there. The record. The Old Gods of Asgard record. Anger's remorse. Lost on the shore between the forest and the ocean, the owl and the deer reflected in motion. In his room he will hurt her, in hers he is caught. His story ends, her story does not. This is the ritual to lead you on. Your friends will meet him when you are gone. So in this story, Saga is the deer, obviously, in her narrative as well. But in Number One Fan, Alan is the deer. In reality, Alan is the owl, as represented by the owl in his writer's room. And it's funny because obviously in Number One Fan, Rose views Alan as the deer, and she's going to rescue him, and she's doing all these things to help him, and he thanks her so much for that, her hero, her writer. But really, the person that Rose is helping through most of this game's story isn't Alan, it's Saga. And the lunchboxes are opened by Saga, not Alan. So that's a little bit of cool thematic synergy there.
This was the murder site. There was a record at the bottom of the bathtub, beneath the body. Somehow it was important.
And now we know who this is. Miss Cynthia Weaver. So Alan's writing of the muse here in this story unfortunately leads to Cynthia's death and the record being in the bathtub in Saga's story.
Another step. Somehow I was closer to home. Closer than ever before. It's you again. The FBI agent. Saga Anderson. I'm closer now. I can feel it. You helped me get closer to escaping.
Wake? Are I still trapped? Yeah, the clicker. We can...
You know about the clicker? It can help us. I destroyed the dark presence with it last time. You can help. You can find it. You must find it.
I can get it to you. I have to understand. Did you write the story?
Alice is in danger. I have to stop Scratch. I have to find Return. I need to get back to my apartment. I'm writing a story to get through. Initiation. It's the only way.
The story. You can do that. You can write our...
It lasted only for a moment, like two planets passing in orbit. Saga Anderson was helping me go deeper, closer to escape. Somehow, I had to trust her. Parliament Tower. I had to get back to my apartment, my study. I had to find the manuscript of return.
Some say that it moves forever, this road that I lose you on every time. Some say that it moves forever, this road. Forever. Some say that it moves forever, this road that I lose you on every time. Some say that it moves forever, this road. It's not meant for me. They're meant only for you, I see. Wake up, it's only a dream on a winding road. Now they're in my bed, in the dark chamber of my head. I flip you over until you bend this winding road. Don't you ever let me go. Forever I am play and pretend. Forever, never, wanting it to end. This message that you send to the